Social media is not the place to resolve issues, says President of the Guyana Teachers Union, Mark Light. Light was speaking with reporters outside of the Ministry of Education Brickdam headquarters. The GTU president said his teachers are ready to work in the midst of a pandemic, risking their own lives only to be locked out by a security guard or a security firm. He said this is against the education standard operating procedures. Light said the union is not seeing care coming from the ministry.
Managing a school is the sole responsibility of the school administrator, in this case the head teacher. And what we are seeing happening across Guyana is extremely sad. Up to this morning at Joanna in Blackbush Polder, teachers were again locked out. They were locked out yesterday when they turned up for work. They were locked out today. The primary and nursery teachers. Chitanko, we all saw that video that went viral where the head teacher opened the gate for the staff to come in, locked out again. And in this instance, the security guard changed the lock on the gate. So the head teacher no longer had access to the school. The school was now commandeered by the security firm who placed a new lock on the gate. And these are just some of the instances where our teachers have been embarrassed. Our teachers have been made to feel so low that no one cares for them. And this is the reality. How can those teachers go to the classroom and engage the learner in the right frame of mind? We also have in instances where teachers are locked out, that their colleagues will have to struggle with the remaining children in the school. As you know, classes have been made smaller, and all teachers that are required to be there on that particular day are expected to be on the plan. Now, when you lock out 2 or 3 teachers, how are they going to manage those classes?
According to Light, rather than coming to the table to have dialogue with the union, the chief education officer issued a memo threatening teachers.
If you do not show up for work, your salary will be cut. That's one. And also, those persons who are otherwise engaging learners online, if you don't engage the learners online, your salary will be cut. We are asking a simple question. Did the ministry give devices to teachers? Is the ministry paying their GPL bill? Is the ministry paying their internet bill? No. No provision has been made for online learning to equip teachers. And so, how can you think that it will be reasonable or acceptable in any way for you to threaten our educators who you did not equip to engage learners online? And matter of fact, that is not part of the teachers' mode of curriculum implementation. We have always implemented the curriculum face-to-face prior to this pandemic. And no provision, no support has been given to any teacher in Guyana as it relates to having a device that comes from the Ministry of Education or the government at large, or having their internet connection subsidized. So these are all that are happening here with a view to create further conflict and create a greater divide. Right now, what we have happening in the schools, the divide between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated, where staff members are now throwing shades on each other. And it's going to create a bigger divide. And what will happen is that our learners are going to lose out, because anything that's divided against itself will not stand.
Light maintains that the place for engagement is sitting around a table and formally engaging each other, trying to bring some resolution to the outstanding issues that are affecting the teachers. That is Marlon Carter, aged 34 years, miner of Post Office Street, Grove, East Bank, Demerara. The police are reporting that upon their arrival at Quarterstone Landing on September 11th around 17 hours, Ranks of the Guyana Police Force observed the body of the deceased lying on the riverbank, clad in a black and red boxer shorts. Upon further examination by the police, the body was observed with laceration to the head, above the left ear, a laceration to the lower forearm, lacerations to the forehead, and a wound to the right ankle almost severed, and burns to the chest area. Further investigations by the police revealed that the suspect and the deceased had a misunderstanding, and the wounds sustained by the victim were inflicted by the suspect, who is currently on the run. Meanwhile, the police have detained the suspect's brother, who was wanted for a rape and robbery under arms matter that dates back to last August 2021 and is currently answering a firearm charge. According to the police, the wanted man handed over to the police a 9mm pistol with the mark and serial number filed off, which he stated was the property of the deceased. The body of the deceased was escorted to Bartica and then to the Memorial Funeral Parlor, where it awaits post-mortem examination. The local media fraternity is mourning following the death of one of their colleagues, Maxwell Tom, who succumbed this morning at the infectious disease hospital at Liliendale. Tom was in the intensive care unit of the facility where he was being treated for COVID-19. Tom was popularly known for his early morning gospel playing program on 93.1 FM, where he was the CEO of the company. The confirmation of his death came from Guyana's Health Minister, Dr. Frank Anthony, after there was some confusion surrounding the time of his death. He was also a businessman and the owner of Wireless Connections, an electronic store. He was survived by his wife and 2 children.
For these and other stories, do visit us at our website at www.rdproductionsgy.com.